found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see, the #3 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Fighting Illini offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Here comes the heat. Finds a crease at the 20. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that.
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the run. He's trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Handoff from the gun. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Back to throw, it's Bean. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Agnew. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Hauls it in, the first down and more. It's a seam wide open. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Illinois, after that big gainer, might want to see if that works again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it, and what a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Illinois now facing 3rd and forever. Back to throw, it's Bean. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him in. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. and he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back. It's Bean. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Got a little space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Illinois lining up quickly.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more.
That's a fumble on the play. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fakes to grab. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. And that's good enough for a first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Makes the catch. It's Smith. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Paul, we're halfway through the season. You don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Holds and fires complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
They'll leave it with him. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big...
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts him on top 21-6. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by 10 to Wyoming. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Right down the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw, it's Bean. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. He wants to take the top off. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man downfield. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Bean. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds a man by himself. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, They cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Agnew. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown Illini. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll run play action. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Banks. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle and wings it incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Catch in the middle. It's Camarda. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Oh, Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Slithers into space.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Oh, spin move. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Camarda. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the punishment has been extended.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Red pass, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Bean. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
He'll feel the punt and take it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease. And then the wide receivers start to kick in. And the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking to throw, it's Bean. Turns it loose deep. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The sure hands, it's Smith. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better
Wide open space. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Liberty. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bean. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back. Go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him. Strip, sack. You get the rock.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Now the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play call.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The give to the back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the catch on the left. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game, because I don't know if y'all realize it.
There he goes. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. Using the quick game. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Trying to surge it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
The defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers.
He's loose on the right. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
The give to the tailback. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Throws for the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Murphy. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Virginia is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 24 to Wyoming. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Bringing it back.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Takes a handoff, and he's going right. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Camarda. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Power football with the run. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
They get it up, rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Hit as he throws. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just. The 35. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield, it's Savage. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was